I saw on TV today, Aunt Jemima, sir, all these products that have been exposing black faces and stuff. You know what they're doing? Oh, we're not going to do it now. But you know why they ain't going to do it now? Look what it had to take. It had to take another dead body. How many more dead bodies do we have to give? Before, after a while, the love that we can only call on would have to be the love of God. That's the true love. Man's love can fade, it can wander, it can go here and there. We need God to intervene in this situation. And that's what's happening. We got this pandemic, we got black men dying on the street, and that's giving us an opportunity for this moment, for all of us to be here. It's a Sunday. If it was a normal day and a black man had got shot, I don't think there'd be that many people here today. And if it hadn't been for this pandemic, people are working, people have jobs, and I understand that. They have children. But what are we going to do when the pandemic's over and we still need to keep the pressure on? Like I said, those who have one job, think about having another job. Coming down here and putting the pressure on, or wherever you have to go. And as far as children, start teaching black history. And letting the young kids truly see what this America truly is. Remove the veil. Remove it. Like I would say, take the mask off. Take the mask off. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't really want to do that, but I had to.
There's a lot of people down the street, and I'm sorry that my voice is hoarse. All right? But he's right. We have a corporate Congress. A corporate Congress. Do you know what that means? Corporations are giving money to our senators, to our representatives.
So how do you fight that, though? Do you fight it, or do you understand how the system works and then you work that system so it works for you? If you just use yourself and use your energy to fight and rope-a-dope and lose these battles, getting this momentum to stand up and come here on a weekend and say, look, we're going to stand in silence. Wait 1 second, I'll let you speak. Let me speak, please. If you do that, all you're going to do is waste your time, and you're going to forget tomorrow morning. What we're doing right now is planting seeds so that we understand how the system works. You've identified it in that sentence. You said it. Look, we got politicians getting paid by other corporations that have representation X, Y, and Z, so do it for yourself. Stand up and get other politicians. Find the agenda that they're using and get along with it so you can have your agenda financed. That's how the game works. And if you don't do it, hack it. Hack it not technologically, psychologically. Get inside the head of things. If you try to fight things head on, all I'm going to do is sit back and watch you waste your time.
He's right. He's right. When you do not vote, and you, in your head, you say, why does my vote matter? He's right. Every corporation that we work for, I work for IBM, Apple, Northwest Administrators. I work for them. You work for them. You work in Boston, Bellevue, Tukwila. Change the stupid. You have the power. You are the individual. Because if we don't work for them and we leave, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are the CEOs going to do? What are the cops going to do? Make us work? We're already slaves.
They ain't gonna work.
There's no slaves, no slaves. But I feel that. I feel that. But if I may just talk a little bit about myself for a second, right? I used to believe that. I used to believe that, there's a system that's oppressing me, right? After serving 3 years in juvenile, I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do. So I joined the Navy, right? And then I go into the intelligence services where this black guy with gold teeth, spent 3 years, gang affiliated, all of that stuff, bullets in my back, like legit. Still got gutter in me, but I know how to articulate and be precise with my words. I know how systems work. I understood that if I just sit back and watch how the stuff work, I don't have to go against the flow. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna grow with the flow. You know what I mean? So all this protest and all this, I feel that. I'm all about, I feel it. I feel it, do what you do. That's not my game. I got on the plane this morning to say, hey, listen, maybe you're doing it a little wrong because you can't bring peace, love, and prosperity and all of this if you just stand down and watch it. Observe the system that oppresses you. Don't try to fight it. The rope-a-dope is a long legacy from the way back when you let somebody just blow their steam and get them out of breath, and over time, they're going to get tired. And you just watch. And when they get tired, then you go after their children. Then you change them. You change a whole psychology of people, because we just did it in the Middle East. And we did it, and other people did it in other places as well. And I'm not talking about against America. I'm a veteran. I love my country. I'll die for it again. However, I understand we got systemic problems. And sometimes peace and love ain't going to fix it all, but neither is hate. Intellect, love, peace. Watch it. We are emotional people. We don't have the intellectual, like a lot of people don't have the emotional IQ to understand how to negotiate a problem. They want to fight with their fists. Just as good with a gun as I am with my hands, but my mind is a bad tool. I wish all of us would say that. Stand down. Watch them. Watch your prey. Watch them. Hunt your prey. Don't stalk them. Don't go against them. Hunt them. They've been hunting you for 400, 500 years.
What is the best weapon? The best weapon ever? Your mind. That is your weapon. Is your mind. Your mind. Your mind. What's what?
Oh no, she doesn't want to shoot running.
Does anyone have any input or any action plan they have for what's after CHOP or what is going to come out of CHOP?
Well, first,
I can see it. I can see the eyes.
Can you please? Okay.
Come on, speak for us. Come on. What's your point of view?
She has
Everything
kids
is
and
valid.
children.
Everything is valid.
I won't be your name. Okay.
I don't have a plan. Okay. I'm going to be real about that. I don't have a plan. But what I would like, I guess, to say is I think that all tactics are valid. And I think, I have been watching this as someone who's a little bit older than maybe the general people who were here many of the days. And people in my age group were really critical of what and I call them kids, but they aren't kids, but they're as old as my children, we're doing. And I really believe in also the place of rage and feeling rage and anger and owning that and understanding that and being in that, eventually to transform that, right? But the rage also has a place, and I that's all I have to say. What comes next, I don't know. I'm with it. I'm here for it. That's all I got to say.
we need more women. We need more women to speak their voice.
Just a small thing, and a small scale battle here. We as woke white Seattleites, we got to quit with the NIMBYism in real estate. I work in real estate, we fight tooth and nail not to have multifamily buildings built in these beautiful neighborhoods. That's got to end because it's very unjust to everyone. So if you're an established person here in Seattle, don't be a NIMBY, okay? Not in my backyard. No building in my backyard, it's like, yeah. And it's rampant in cities like Seattle and San Francisco, where people say they're so woke and so progressive, but they're just words. Progressive is just a word. The system is what it is. It is what it claims to be. So, yeah.
Power.
Nerve-wracking talking on the microphone.
Yes.
have one thing to say, and that's we really need to be listening to Black women right now and Black trans women, because that's who we need to be protecting, and that's who is really getting spoken over. You know, we're speaking over Black women, and we really need to listen to Black women and Black trans women. That's all I have to say.
Got that. Ooh. Is there a Black woman here?
Alright, I'm sorry, I don't know, I just got up here, so I probably missed this part of the conversation. I've been wondering what's next, now that we have their attention at least. What do we do next? Well, besides keeping their attention, because I always feel like, unfortunately, real change doesn't happen until pockets or violence occurs. So I'm like, what's next besides, voting for our locals? Do we build up our own businesses? Do we refuse to shop at Amazon, all this stuff? Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm just trying to figure out what's our next. I know, like, all right, the tension was next. What's next?
You can be all the billionaires.
Add to that? You want to add to what he said?
Fuck that.
You know, as a Black woman,
I'm going to show you how to do this really cool. Why? Because it's running petition to get tax Amazon on the ballot?
It's inspiring to see people standing up for things that they care about. That's big in America. A lot of times people get on that.
I've never even seen a shotgun.
Here, I'll take your phone. Here, give me your phone. I don't want to blame for y'all. Oh, yeah.
Are you going up or down? Okay? Alright.
I don't know how to get down. Puppy, is this here? I looked at the whole thing. Mills, what are you doing? Mills! Oh, you want to put it in your butt?
Here, Charlie.
No. I will lie down in the No. I'm not taking a picture of the glittery phone in my hand. I'm not taking a picture of the
I'll Photoshop it.
Why didn't you sit? Why? Oh, I can climb up that.